Yeah, the gold horns in chat. This is good to see. Year-long subscribers. May there be many more. Fulo's almost out this war. As soon as they hit low, I'm like, peace out. Right, my armies have arrived. Hello, Portugal. Care to fight the pirate regulars? If pirates can in fact have regulars. I think I'm still going to let Tortuga do the actual capturing of things. What kind of province is this? Grasslands. It's not even a river crossing. Naughty, naughty. Have Amazon Prime to thank for that. Well, thank you, Amazon Prime. Oh, Fulo gone back up to 1. Disappointed! And Michael de Gramont has become nicer. They've still got too much cavalry. There you go. Have fun, Tortuga. I believe my work here is done. Alright, let's get rid of another cog. So I think the next stop is going to be to kill Portuguese Mexico. And then, let's see, we can still get another 10 points of war score. I mean, we may as well wait until the war score is completely racked up against the Portuguese, and then just take them for a bunch of money. Right, the next thing we need to do is over here. Let's move you. And they're hurriedly trying to recruit some more soldiers, and I really can't allow that here. Although it looks like they don't have access through Aragon. Which is a little strange, because I'm sure I saw Portuguese troops marching through Aragon earlier. Unless they cancelled that access, which is, I guess, possible. Fulo's on low. Send them a peace deal for nothing. Bye, Fulo. I'm loving the 33% faster disembarkation. It's so useful. And we do still have a fleet over here, which we should probably go and rack. There you are. That's a river crossing. Let's just go and wait until they're locked in, then move in ourselves. Oh. Oh, and you're going into the north, which is not jungle. Oh, you poor sots. You had one opportunity to defeat me, and you have just thrown it away. Meanwhile, their fleets did actually escape. Let's sail over this way. And Quiche did in fact defeat New Castile, took a bunch more territories off of them. Oh. 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 Apparently Helson died somewhere along the way. And because I'm in hostile territory, I can't bring in a new leader. Bugger. Well, thankfully I have a lot more morale than they do. Why do I have so much more morale? Oh, I have positive prestige! And the Mighty Pirate. And quite a bit of army tradition. Well, 50. Did I raid the islands? Yeah, that was one of the first things I did. I feel like I should chase you down even though I don't have a general here, but that would be pretty much a guaranteed stack wipe. Okay, well done, Tortuga. I'm happy with this. Carabas is down to medium, but Portugal's still like, we got this, guys! Guys? We have this, right? Guys? Alright, so back over... Right, I have to actually speak to Castile to get the peace deal that I want. So I wanted you, 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 and you. I also wanted you and you. Which is going to cost a bit. I'm under no illusions about that. But then again, that's fine. -2, but they have no morale. Korea's having internal conflicts. Renew the war taxes. Yes. Please. Oh, don't tell me they're just going to keep running around ping-pong style. Oh, this isn't going to be like in Indonesia, is it? Where I lose an entire army to routing armies. Because I've been there and it's not pleasant. Yeah, I'm going to sit here until I've captured this province so I can get a general. I think that's the more important thing right now. Can I tell you to go for that? Except I don't think Tortuga has any transports, unfortunately. Right, so we've captured that. Neon, you can be in charge. Or we could try and recruit a new general. Because the number of pips that are available to me is now 5 to 12. That's a lot more. Neon's got 6. Yeah, we should definitely hire a new general. Sorry, Neon. This can be Stefan Z. That'll do. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's actually the maximum. Magnificent. 400 kills on the chariot with the Tomb Kings. Yeah, Tomb King chariots are deadly, if used right. But they are a bit too macro intensive for me. Oh, fantastic. Flanking artillery. Although they can actually hit that artillery back, but this one, they can't. He's out of range. And artillery in the front row, I believe, do double damage. So... I mean, that's bad planning. Don't do that. But it's still kind of funny. Okay, so we have maxed out our admin. We just got admin stuff to invest in. So Jamaica looks like it needs more admin. In fact, actually, Suet-Laxlan needs it the most. Well, we'll spend a little bit on Jamaica. Because there is a tiny little army over there, which do not have enough troops to actually do anything. Gone north again. Stop doing that. Finally. Okay. Split, split, split. Split. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Captured another couple of transports. Wow, that's a lot of merchantmen. Our transport fleet's over here, so let's go and grab that. Okay, so Carabas definitely wants out of this war now. How are my rebels? I'm still not terrible. I'm watching the rebels because I might need to pay it down if I have to. If I have to, I will, is what I'm trying to say here. So this should be Cuba falling to us. Election in the Pirate Republic. Oh, Mikhail de Gromont has died, but we can get Lawrence de Graaf, which is another amazing guy. He's a Dutchman! Oh, excellent. The Dutch are here, everyone. What could possibly go wrong? And I get a new 2-decker. Are 2-deckers even a thing yet? They're not even a thing yet. Wow! Lawrence de Graaf, you are amazing! A 245 of Dutch heritage. And you're free to re-elect. Sweet. I can't even build these. They're still 5 years ahead of time. And I'm usually pretty good at getting technologies when they're available. Okay, so that's Cuba fallen. I think the next step is to get rid of some more of the cogs. I think I can get rid of, yeah, all of those. Boom. Fleet is now far more modern. We'll go and lift that siege. We'll invest some of the admin in that. And then I think the invasion of Castile is going to happen again. Well, no, I really need to get Portugal out of the war before that. We can still get another 8 war score. So maybe I should just sit back. Oh no, I could blockade them. Yes, I'm going to get my heavy fleet. If I can find them. There you are. Seeing as I didn't seem to be taking any attrition, we're just going to go and blockade them. New flagship then. Well, actually, flagships are in the game, and my flagship is actually a transport ship. Well, it's a galley, technically. Why is there a random... Oh. Why is there a random heavy ship here? Because it's the 2-decker, I was just gloating. So yeah, my flagship is currently the Golden Hind, which is a galley. The reason for that is because they're cheap, and they're better at fighting than light ships are. He is in my transport fleet because the bonuses he grants are mortars, which increases fleet blockade impact. So when we're blockading stuff, we can get +3 bonus rather than the usual +2. Hull sheathing just makes it more durable because I've had transport ships engaged by random enemy ships, and then because he's the only warship, he gets engaged and sunk. And then movement speed on and off ships 33%, which means rather than taking a month to offload, it takes 20 days. It's actually really nice. And that's to get on and off. So because I'm pirates and I have little bases all over the place rather than just a contiguous landmass, hit and run tactics are extremely important to us. They haven't been so much in this war. Well, against Castile they kind of were. But generally it allows me to take down much larger enemies. Lawrence de Graaf, 1653 to 1704, Dutch mercenary pirate and naval officer from Dordrecht. Very nice. Completely new to watching the game is the pirate goal to take over the world. No. In fact, the complete opposite. As the pirates, you basically want to stay small. So, that's not entirely true. As a pirate, yes, you could absolutely try to take over the world, and you'd probably, possibly, maybe be able to get a long way towards doing that, although pirates tend to be a later game because it takes some setting up. However, I'm a smuggler, which is still a type of pirate, but the smugglers have the Merchant Republic abilities, which means that you actually want to have lots of little bases throughout the world rather than just big land masses belonging to you, which is why I have Havana, it's why I have Jamaica, it's why I have Tortuga, rather than the whole of Cuba or the whole of Haiti or the whole of Mexico, though we do actually have a bit of Mexico, but that's mostly because of all the gold down here. And I really want to go and get the Canaries off of Castile so that I have a base over here. And the reason for that is, depending on how much trade I control in a node, I modify the goods produced there. So because I have 56% control of the trade in the Caribbean, every province not owned by me, and that's the important part, every province not owned by me gets a 23% bonus to goods produced. Goods produced increases their production income, but more importantly increases the trade value of all the trade in that node. So it means I collect more money because I control all the trade already. And it can become really quite potent. Especially in the Caribbean, where the goods are tobacco, sugar, cotton, all very valuable goods. They're called cash crops for a reason. Oh, your fleet's gone back over there. Alright. Where do you keep landing? I'm going to try and hunt you down. And what is the victory condition? It's basically whatever you set your goal to be. There are no real set victory conditions in EU4. I mean, for the most part, my victory condition is survive till the end of the game. because I like the smaller nations. Sometimes it's just to have a huge trading empire. I basically continue playing until I get bored, or until there's no competition, which is usually when I get bored. Oh, it's the Portuguese Mexicans who keep sailing out. Well, I definitely need to land my transports down here. So let's go about doing that. You jump in ships. You head over here, sink them. And then once the transports have successfully routed these guys, we will send you over to Europe to start blockading. Caribus' flagship has been sunk. Of all the ships in the Caribus Navy, none was as highly regarded as the Santo Antonio de Padua. Knowing this, we have prepared for the ship, and today our preparations paid off. The Santo Antonio de Padua was sunk in battle today, dealing a significant blow to Caribus morale and reminding them that no ship, legend or not, is unsinkable. Sunk by my trade fleet. That's just embarrassing. And you are all still frigates. Marvellous. Yeah, they still have some fairly large armies up there. Leinstercroft and the Aragonese people. The ascension of Leinstercroft has been less well received by the Aragonese people. They consider his manners foreign and strange. Well, that's kind of funny, because I have no provinces that are actually Aragonese. It's my main culture. It's my... The captains, I guess, consider themselves to be Aragonese. But that's it. Fed up chasing these guys down. Okay, we got them. Continue protecting trade. And yeah, this is just a bunch of light ships. Look at the morale difference. Look at that. Bye. Easy way of grabbing 3 ships. Oh no, they sank a couple. Wait. Oh no, they joined the transport fleet. Oh, I'm okay with that. Except they're early frigates. Nope, don't want them. 4 early frigates. They're old, don't want to pay for their upgrades. Although actually having the ship cost reduction means that upgrades will be cheaper too. Meanwhile, the transports have almost arrived, and these guys are running quite right. I don't think you're going to make it though. Denied! And they're dead. Okay. Castile still wants to fight on. I am kind of amazed by that. So, if we were to take things from Portugal at this juncture, I'm thinking something along those lines. What's an early frigate? An upturned umbrella with a pea shooter. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think I managed to get rid of the early frigates there. There was only one. There were the 3 that I just captured, and then there was one there before. And I know there is a button to remove obsolete. I should really use that in the future. It just wouldn't work in the transport fleet, because technically they're all obsolete. Right, let's go and retake these 2 provinces. That's not giving them any war score. And then I will have no territories that are occupied. Profiteering in Havana. The citizens of Havana have grown tired of the local influence of the greedy piratical merchants they claim are using unfair advantages to outcompete local businesses. So New Providence can get upset, but Havana is a centre of trade, so it does produce a lot of trade power. So we do need to protect the trade. It's going to reduce the amount of value on the tobacco, but overall we get more trade out of it, so I'm fine. That's fine. So let's go kill the rebels and take the Aztecs out completely. Right, split you once, twice, and then we'll go and retake those. Castile is desperately trying to get out, but Castile's still not on low. Right. Heavy fleet. Go join up with them. And then we'll go and blockade Portugal and Spain, really drive up their war exhaustion, reduce their war enthusiasm. And we can convert another one. Let's go convert you, because you actually... Unity is irrelevant to us. The pirates don't use religious unity as a mechanic. The vast and endless sea. Unlike the calling to the battlefield to the land, a matter of duty and a search of glory, the sea calls to many free spirits who care little for such things. Stories of sailing the oceans of the world and the past expeditions of the Jamaican fleet are retold by old sailors as adventures. Many of the great sights remembered, many of the great sacrifices forgotten. Alright, fleet's here, ready to go. Let's do this. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to cancel you because I actually wanted you to build a fort. And then you can start converting. There we are, that's better. Truce with the Aztecs just ended, so hopefully they don't come after me while I'm at war with these two. Castile's finally on low. But Castile still needs a little bit of persuasion to give up this particular fight. How far are we? 5 years still. We do indeed have high fervour. We have very high fervour. I think I'm going to go back to trade. Well, that was probably a mistake, because I do still need the morale of armies as... Well, no, I don't, because I'm not actually invading Europe. I'm just blockading it. And Castile looks to be having rebel problems. Oh, hello, Portuguese Navy. Wouldn't it be a shame if someone were to come along and ruffle stomp you? And your 6 heavy ships. Alright, so this is 19 heavies and 1 light versus 6 heavies, 21 lights and 18 transports. They have Henrique de Soto, who is a 2-shock, nothing else. Wow, he's a terrible admiral. Versus our 4523, who is an excellent battlefield admiral. They are also limited to only using 27 ships at a time, while all 20 of mine can fight. And bearing in mind I have both naval and maritime abilities, so my ships are going to be a lot better at fighting than theirs. In fact, let's have a look at that. Naval ideas. Naval leader fire +1. Morale hit when losing a ship, -33. That's huge, especially for galley fleets. Naval leader shock +1. Yearly naval tradition +1. Heavy ship combat ability +20. Morale of navies +10. Global naval engagement +10. That one doesn't matter as much because we also have that. Although again, doesn't matter because our fleet's not actually big enough. Yearly naval tradition +1 from that. Maritime. Naval tradition from protecting trade. We do that a lot. And we can repair and coastal. And also we have policies which increases my light ship combat ability. So my light ships also fight at 15% combat, while the heavies are at 20%. And the galleys are at 25%. And there we go, they start sinking. The Portuguese flagship captured! Again! During the battle against the Portuguese fleet, we managed to capture the Santo Miguel, the flagship they've prided themselves so much on in the past. Well, not very long into the past. Because we stole their last one. 14 ships captured. Check the army screen. They weren't transporting anyone. Because usually on this screen where it says 014, 015 for the ship types, if there's a hash and then a number next to the transports, that's how many troops they were transporting. There were no troops on that fleet, I checked that. And here we go. 2 free war galleons. And a couple of merchantmen. But at this point I think, well, I was going to get rid of the merchantmen, but actually I'm not. I'm going to add them to my transport fleet. Because after this I do need to increase the size of my standing army. We can go up to 18 and we really should be at 18. I think I'm also going to be very cheeky and send you guys back to Jamaica and just start drilling you. So let's send you to Jamaica instead. And let's just keep on biffing their ships around here. Does Portugal have a rival I could sell their flagship to? Why would I want to sell it? It's a trophy. I want to keep it. Yeah, the Portuguese have a large standing army here, which I can't take on with my 14,000. So we will need to peace out Portugal before we invade Castile. Navy can have more than one flagship. A flagship is technically just a ship with the admiral on it. But well, true. So, Castile desperately wants out. Well, Castile is not getting out because I want a lot of stuff from them. Portugal, on the other hand, is actually quite close to accepting these terms. So maybe we should invade a couple more of their islands, because there's St. Martin and Puerto Rico which cannot be supported by anyone. I mean, they're not connected by straits. Their army, which is in the Caribbean, the little islands, can't do anything. The Eastern Caribbean. Those guys. 14 units, Carabas. They have plutocratic, they have quantity. So actually their armies aren't going to be much better than mine. They have plus 10 morale from colonial ambition. They have plus 10 from plutocratic. They are a republic, so they might have another 10 from the government. I thought there was a way you could see what their government reforms were. You can, it's here. They have not taken it. They took the manpower recovery. So they have 20% morale. I think I also have 20%. No, I have 10% from my government reform. Because I did take the morale. Citizenry. My government doesn't provide morale. Neither does my national idea. That's a light. I was thinking that's a heavy. But no, it's just a modern light. My 16 transports should be able to crush one light ship. Not worried by that. We even stole it. So we did. Oh, we joined that fleet. Because this fleet happened to be passing at the time. I see. Let's go and land in Puerto Rico. Having heavy ships in our fleet is always a source of pride. Our sailors are proud to serve on them, and our people feel pride watching their might in our ports. Well, they're not in port that often.